Happy Monday, everybody. How y'all doing out there in internet land? We had such a lovely time yesterday. We went out to Kathy's, my sister and brother-in-law, and we love being able to like help a little bit, make her burden a little bit lighter. So wish we could have done more. We probably will eventually at some point, but God, what a trooper. Anyways, as promised, I'm going to talk about reframing. I got the fan on and I'm freezing. Sorry, I can't make up my mind. I'm so fickle. Um, I had used the reconstructing cognitive distortions, those terms. Okay, now you have to be kind of like patient because some of these concepts overlap, and that's kind of the beauty of it. And so people can interchange different terms, and you might get a little confused, but this is cognitive reframing. And cognitive, your thoughts. Okay, all right. Our thoughts define our actions. Think about it. Okay. I breathe out because I believe in pausing and considering not only what I want to say, but how I feel about what I want to say. There you go. There's the ticket. Okay. So I wrote down. I'm trying to remember as best as I can stuff from my programs, so I hope it's helpful. And I've stated before, my goal is to ease suffering. And, people with mental health disorders and conditions need support, understanding, and times accountability. So, there's a lot of help out there. So encourage people to get that help if they will, please. Just put it out there. Bring a horse to the, what they say, bring a horse to the trough, you can't make him drink. That's a pig. I told you. You're confused. Okay. The first thing you want to do, when you're in an event or crisis or situation, this is how you reframe. You first write down the situation. You probably think of it as a problem. Remember that. This is probably what you're thinking. This is a problem for me. Okay? Don't censor this. Write down all your thoughts about the situation. Okay? That's step number 2. Step number 3, then identify the feelings surrounding feelings, emotions. Okay? Feelings, emotions, interchange. Interchange mean the same thing basically. Okay? I write down what feelings you have. The intensity, the description, the adjective, like I feel angry, I feel frustrated, I feel annoyed, I feel overwhelmed, da 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 da. Okay? Don't judge it, just write it down. Okay, guess what? For each of those thoughts or emotions, right next to it, an alternative thought or emotion. You're like, oh my God, I feel horrible. I'm not going to put some happy face next to it. Pause and think. What would be an alternative way to feel about this? Okay, so we assign meaning to our thoughts and feelings. Nobody else. Doesn't that make you feel empowered? Nobody else decides that but you. A lot of times you make me so angry. You make me feel you. Da, 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 da. You know. Now, when you approach somebody about something, you can say, I feel this when this happens between us, or when, I feel this when you get really angry. I feel scared, or, you're taking ownership in the situation in that regard. Instead of saying, you make me, okay? All right. There are 3 things. People that get stuck in seeing things as problems, they have a negative view of themselves, negative view of the world, okay? I wrote something else. I can't read my own writing. That's always been a problem for me. I used to have beautiful handwriting. I used to get handwriting awards, y'all. I mean, seriously. Once you get on that computer, gotta let the handwriting go. Okay. Start to think as a problem as a challenge. And what's cute about this, I love it. Serendipity, challenge negative thoughts. Challenge. Come on, you're up for it. You can do it. You can do it. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to say about that? How about some examples? Okay. I think I told you before that I do like to kind of handle issues and you know, not nagging at you. If you think that by avoiding a situation because you're upset, angry, hurt, whatever, you know, about an event, that it's going to go away. No. Psychosomatic is going to get in it's going to get in your body. It's going to get in your schema. It's going to be how you feel, your view of the world. Okay? Courage to heal. You know, one thing I've noticed is people that are stuck in their disorder, whatever it might be. Have you noticed they don't respond to others? You know, because they're in such distress. By the way, I bit really hard the inside of my cheek because of my TMJ. It's really sore during my sleep. It's completely raw all the way. Oh dear, I forgot to turn my phone off. I'm gonna let it think. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so they're stuck in their disorder. You see this a lot with people like with social phobias. They don't like being around people because they feel uncomfortable. But if you know when you are with them, you know, there's not that reciprocal give and take because they don't have those skills. They've abandoned or not nurtured those skills. And, you know, they're in distress. Whatever they're doing with their disorder is working for them to survive, but it's not helping them grow. So, you know, it's like bouncing a ball off. There's no give and take. It's like, you know, and I learned like with people with these type of disorders, I just step back and kind of like, okay, and try to be responsive. And, you know, sometimes I steer the subject away because, you know, it's not healthy for me to always respond either. Okay. I mean, not that you necessarily need, you know, that from someone, but, you got your own boundaries. You got to honor too. Now, this is different. You know, if you're in a therapeutic situation, you know, I think of everything as therapeutic, but I'm talking about professional, you know, you're not there to get validated. You know, you're there to validate the other person. I try to do that regardless of the relationship and the situation, but, you know, got to validate yourself too. All right, girlfriend. You're doing good, girlfriend. Boyfriend. You know, um, speaking of which, I said boyfriend. Yeah, my hubby's my boyfriend. No, what I'm trying to say is that there is a real problem in the Black community about Black men seeking therapy. There's a real stigma. If you think there's a stigma attached to mental health in other populations, definitely in the Black population. And that's one of my goals is as I work with Black on Black crime. I know I'm deviating, but it's a hodgepodge. Um, I'll probably come up with something more about reframing, you know, and I'm still going to do the types of communications. I'll let that be. I'll come up with a lot of examples in role playing. I might even get my hubby to role play a little bit. That would be fun. And y'all can see that. What a great idea. Mary. Okay. You was talking, reel me in. I need your help. I totally forgot what I was talking about. You know, we were talking about reframing, and then I moved on to Black community and mental health. If you think that any other population doesn't suffer trauma and it's not equally disturbing, you're mistaken. Okay. Every culture has their norms, you know, their rituals, their rules, their unspoken rules, whatever. And so it's just not as open. You know, it's just like homosexuality is more on the down low in the Black community. You know, I mean, I am generalizing. You know, of course, that's not everybody, but we want to make people feel accepted and valued, regardless of the age, ethnicity, race. Okay, so they can be their best selves. Trickle, 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 trickle. That's why we want to do this too within the Black community. They're healthier. We're all healthier. Less crime. I'm not blaming them on all the crime, but you get what I'm saying. I keep saying be part of the solution. Aha, getting back to cognitive reframing. There you go on a micro and macro level. Reframe it. Think of it different, okay? Create for alternative ways of looking at it. What do you think about that? List evidence to support these alternative thoughts. Speaking of which, I have to say again and again, doesn't matter. I posted something from Yale University. I mean, my God, these people are scholars. So people, no, it has to be fake news. Oh, y'all. And I said before, I'm really fine with letting go of relationships. Here in Tennessee, I have, people that I connected with at my job. I would love to reconnect with once we get past the pandemic. We share similar values, or we're similar enough that we enjoy each other. Um, I was developing 2 or 3 friendships within the church, but you know, we are just so polarized, and I've tried and tried, and get the same response. So um, they just want me to go to church. You know, and you can't. I think I told you in another video. Carolee Cook and I became besties because when I was in Cuba and I can't remember if I was the Relief Society president or the visiting teaching coordinator. That's how my memory is. Anyways, I'm sure I was accurate when I explained it. But anyways, when I went to visit her, I wasn't thinking about bringing her into the church. I was going like, what do you think she needs? Let's see what she needs. And, is there like any emotional, physical, what type of need does she need? Does she just need to be a friend, need a friendship? Of course, we became besties after that. Just do your part, let God do the rest. Of course, she's belonged to the Mormon Church now longer than me because I have left the Mormon Church. But anyways, this group that I belong to, it's people opposed against white nationalists, Christian imposing, that people that want to combine church and state, so impose a certain faith on our country. Completely opposed to that. What arrogance. I know as a Christian, people say, what do you mean? There's only one faith, Mary, da, da, da. Well, let that person decide that. That's not up to you to decide. It really isn't. And if you have to impose that on somebody, think about it. God wants us to use our free will. He's not like, don't impose that on my people. Oh my God, y'all. Oh well. So I'll just tie this up. Like I said, in my next video, I'm going to do another song. And I think I'm going to do the role playing with the 3 forms of communication with Roy. That'll be like another video I'm going to do. Because I help him with his stuff. You got to help me with that. There you go, girlfriend. I'm getting kind of excited because my sister Judy called and trying to get her to a point, She might move here, we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. What else? I get to go to Florida for a few days. I'm gonna wear a double mask. I'm already up to 13. I don't want to bore y'all. I'm gonna wear a double mask. I was able to get a credit back on my flights from May when they got all so screwed up. So just gonna go for a long weekend so I can bond a little bit with the baby, Ava Lynn, and of course see my love bug. And anybody else who wants to see me has to come by. But we won't be trying to see friends because we know we are in a pandemic. So I want to honor that. And probably not even go to the house. And what's really good? Not many people are flying, and they're taking extra precautions. So I feel pretty good about that. And then of course our goal is to go through December. Through March. See how that works out. Okay, I think that's about it. Yep, that's about it. Love you all. Take care. Bye. I turn this off, don't I? Wander and wander, meander and deviate.